the Radio Forest Podcast.
David Coverdale.
Run, Forrest, run! Sorry.
How have you been, man?
You know what? Considering, amazing. And as you know, we just continue moving forward with project and getting fantastic support from our fans to enable us to do this. A great team at Rhino. The Restless Heart 25th anniversary. I'm just wondering when I can start drinking the bubbly.
Yeah. Hey, Restless Heart, 25 years. Isn't your marriage around 26 years? So were you kind of like in the honeymoon phase when writing this album?
Well, actually, we were pregnant with our son Jasper while I was preparing this album. So, we spent a great deal of time and money trying to record in the area around Lake Tahoe, which, let me tell you, isn't easy. But whatever, I was determined to be able to go home at night. No, we're coming up to celebrate our 31st. It's an amazing friendship relationship, which has grown even more profound during COVID. I was in lockdown with my best friend, and that was great. She helped me write some COVID songs.
Congratulations, because that can really go sideways. You know, Here I Go Again was written about a marriage breakup. You had another divorce after that, pretty public. And now you've got a marriage going on 30 years. How did you become closer in COVID? That's a death trap for some relationships.
Well, we have every day we'd be grateful for the blessings in our lives. The house is big enough for us to give each other space. You know, I have a studio around the corner. We've embraced absolutely strict health protocols. My co-producer, Michael, is a cancer survivor, so consequently, his immune system is not what it was. So we've just embraced the cultural aspect of wearing a mask for health reasons, nothing to do with politics, to stay safe, and we've been able to continue working. And my wife was putting together a beautiful beach house. So, we actually did a great deal of stuff which normally I wouldn't have had time to do. I've had her going on tour, et cetera, et cetera. But the relationship built even more. And that's an amazing realization that as deep as you feel that you're in love with somebody, suddenly you find there's another level to that depth. And it's incredible.
So on the flip side, when you write Here I Go Again, which became this monster anthem, it was the breakup of your first marriage. Was it a positive song?
Correct.
Or was it kind of like, I'm down in the dumps and this is a sad time?
I wrote two big songs, actually. Of course, the biggest is Here I Go Again, and the other one was Crying in the Rain. But also, I was approaching my 30th birthday, Forrest, which I was just absolutely inconsolable. I was going to be 30. It's all over. But, that young perception of age, And she was furious because she was a little older than me. But I was, drowning my sorrows on white port and lemonade in the Algarve in Portugal. Funnily enough, my webmaster's there as we speak. But, no, I've been writing songs, mostly celebratory love songs, for 30 years, which, initially got me all worried because all my hits were about broken hearts. Yeah, she's a great, as I said, from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage, she's been my greatest inspiration, and that continues.
Yeah, now Dave Grohl's going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time. Did you reach out to him, or did you guys text at all about him being inducted?
No, Dave and I are texters. We send each other funny memes. He's a super, super guy, incredibly talented, incredibly successful, well-deserved, no question at all. I do hope, I'm not losing any sleep, but I would love for Whitesnake to be validated. It's been a globally successful band for over 40 years, and we'll see. That would be nice, but I never got into this for awards. I'm really honored that I already have and I have one, and we'll see what happens. But congrats to Dave Grohl, well-deserved, great guy. Published author.
Great book, yes. Can I say, if you're sending him memes, the memes that you post on Twitter, I appreciate your dirtiness and your pervertedness because when I got these Whitesnake albums on cassettes, I mean, they had titles like Slip of the Tongue, Slide It In, The Liquor and Poker Tour. So there was always a hint of humor and dirtiness to Whitesnake. Were those controversial at all? Because in the 80s, I mean...
Oh, my God. When I started, I had, I had a lot of women. I'm very happy to say that for a hard rock band, we get a a lot of women come into the shows, which is not the usual thing. It's usually a guys only. But thank God, for me singing Slide It Into a bunch of guys is a bit weird. The plan was to be sexy music, rock and roll, blues. Rock and roll is an African-American expression for sex. And sadly, the British press, some elements of the British press got hold of it and called it sexist, which it was not. So the next album cover, I worked with a designer and had this beautiful naked woman astride a huge dragon-like serpent, which was basically a middle finger to that stuff, And I've never looked back. You look at my social media, it's a larger percentage of women. They get it. They know I'm not negating women. Never. I celebrate women, all shapes and sizes, all colors.
You would be my conduit to Led Zeppelin, so let me ask him a question real quick about your friendship with Jimmy Page. I know you've got some unreleased songs you guys, and I know you know Jason Bonham.
Cool, yeah. I've known him since he was a baby.
Is the hold up or the lack of a Led Zeppelin reunion, that's Robert Plant, right? Because I get the feeling that Jimmy would do it in a heartbeat.
I can't. Forrest, darling, I can't. That's not my territory at all. All I can tell you is I would love for Jimmy to have his dream fulfilled, to once again tour with Led Zeppelin, and Jonesy. They're great, and Jason is the obvious choice. The gene pool. John was such an integral part of, much more important than some people are aware. To have a drummer like that, it makes you structure music entirely different. So the drums breathe. Beautiful, perfect records. I have no idea why it isn't happening. I'm just very happy that I have a great friendship and relationship, supportive, a mutual admiration society with Jimmy. I had the great pleasure of telling him I'd got the rights back to the Coverdale Page record, and now we could do whatever we want with it, because in 2023, it's the 30th anniversary, and we have unreleased songs. We've been doing a box set for that, as you can imagine. And the other thing in 2023, it's my 50th anniversary since I joined Deep Purple. Mind-blowing stuff.
When you tried out for Deep Purple, did you know their entire catalog? Because you were pretty young, like 20 or 21, right?
No. I was listening to blues bands. My rock band was Allman Brothers, Taj Mahal. I don't know why, but my guardian angel said, hey, you got to do this. So that was the motivation, and I borrowed a couple of Deep Purple albums off one of the people who worked in the boutique with me, and I knew a couple of their early singles. So I only sang one song. I think I sang A Strange Kind of Woman at the audition, and Richie came over to me, and one of the few things he said to me was, that's how I heard it when I wrote it, which I took as a compliment.
Did you re-record any vocals, or is it just remastered and remixed? Because it sounds great.
There are some fresh vocals on there, but that's from Chris Collier, my primary mixer. It's all legitimate as it was, but now you can hear it a lot better.
There's a 4-CD DVD set, remix, remastered, Restless Heart, 25th anniversary out now, and 4 unreleased songs with Jimmy Page. Maybe we'll hear in the future. David Coverdale, hey, thanks for the chat today.
Hey, my pleasure, Forrest. My love to you and yours. Stay safe and well, boys and girls. We're not out of the woods yet.